All right, let's start from the beginning. When people ask, "Tell me about yourself," they usually want to know about our background. So today, let's talk about childhood and where we come from. Can you tell me about your early life?
Yes, of course. I was born and raised in a small town. My childhood was simple, not very exciting, but peaceful.
What do you mean by simple?
Simple means I didn't have many things, but I had enough. I spent a lot of time at home, with family, and with a few close friends. Life was slow, and these felt long.
That sounds comfortable. What do you think is the good side of growing up like that?
The good side is safety. I felt safe every day. I didn't worry too much about competition or pressure.
So, life felt calm.
Yes, very calm. I learned to enjoy small things like talking with my parents or playing outside.
That's a big advantage. But, do you think there was a negative side?
Yes, there was. Sometimes life felt boring. I felt like nothing new was happening.
Did you ever feel stuck?
Yes, many times. I felt that my world was very small. I didn't see many choices for the future.
That's interesting. I had a different experience. I grew up in a big city.
How was your childhood in the city?
It was busy and loud. There were many people, many schools, and many activities.
What was the positive side of that?
The positive side was opportunity. I could see many different lifestyles and dreams. It made me think big.
That sounds inspiring.
Yes, but there was also a negative side. Life felt stressful, even as a child.
Stressful in what way?
Competition, school, grades, expectations. Sometimes I felt tired even when I was young.
So even childhood was not always happy.
Yes, I learned a lot, but I also felt pressure early.
That shows how background shapes us differently.
Exactly. Your background gave you calm. Mine gave me ambition.
But both have a price.
Yes, calm life can feel limited. Busy life can feel exhausting.
When you think about your childhood now, how do you feel?
I feel grateful, but also aware. Grateful for opportunities, aware of the stress.
I feel the same. I am grateful for peace, but aware of the limits.
Do you think childhood still affects who you are today?
Yes, very much. I am still a calm person because of my childhood.
And I am still very driven and busy-minded.
So background stays with us.
Yes, but it doesn't control us forever.
That's important. We can learn from our past, but we don't have to stay there.
Exactly. Background is a starting point, not a final result.
I like that idea. It makes life feel more open.
So if someone asks you now, "Tell me about your background," what would you say in one simple way?
I would say I come from a simple place, and it taught me to be calm and patient.
That's a strong answer. Simple, but meaningful.
Thank you. Everyone's background is different, and every background has value.
Agree. No childhood is perfect, but every childhood teaches something. After talking about childhood, I think the next important topic is family. Family is often the first place where we learn about life. So let's talk about that. How important is family in your life?
Family is very important to me. They are the people who know me the longest.
What do you mean by that?
They know me before success, before failure, before I understood myself. They saw me grow.
That's true. What do you think is the good side of having a close family?
The good side is support. When I feel tired or confused, my family is there for me.
Support? In what way?
Emotional support. They listen to me and they remind me that I am not alone.
That kind of support is very important in life.
Yes, it gives me strength, especially during difficult times.
But family is not always easy. Do you think there is a negative side too?
Yes, of course. Sometimes family creates pressure without meaning to.
Pressure? Like what?
Expectations. They want me to be successful, stable, and happy.
That sounds good, but it can be heavy.
Exactly. Sometimes I feel afraid to disappoint them.
I feel the same. Family love can also become pressure.
Yes, they worry because they care.
How do you usually deal with that pressure?
I try to communicate honestly. I explain what I want and what I am struggling with.
Is that easy to do?
Not always. Sometimes it's hard to talk openly with family
Why do you think that is?
because emotions are involved. We are afraid of hurting each other.
That's very true.
But I learned that silence can create more problems.
So, communication is important.
Yes, even if the conversation is uncomfortable, it is still necessary.
What values did your family teach you?
They taught me honesty and responsibility. They also taught me to respect others.
Those are strong values.
Yes, and I carry them into my adult life.
Do you think family values ever limit us?
Sometimes, yes. If we follow family rules too strictly, we may lose ourselves.
That's the difficult part.
Yes, we need to respect family, but also listen to our own voice.
So again, it comes back to balance.
Exactly. Family gives us roots, but we also need freedom.
When you think about your family now, how do you feel?
I feel grateful, but also aware. Grateful for their love, aware of the pressure.
That's a very honest feeling.
Yes, family is not perfect, but it is meaningful.
If someone asks you, how has your family shaped you? What would you say?
I would say my family gave me love, values, and lessons, even the difficult ones.
That's a great answer.
Thank you. I think everyone has a complex relationship with family.
I agree. Family is not just about happiness, but also about growth. After talking about family, I think the next big part of life is work. For many people, work takes most of their time and energy. So let's talk about that. What do you do for work?
I work in a job that requires communication and problem solving. Every day, I talk to people and try to find solutions.
How did you feel about your job when you first started?
At the beginning, I felt nervous. Everything was new, and I was afraid of making mistakes.
That feeling is very common.
Yes, I often questioned myself and my ability.
What do you think is the good side of working?
The good side is independence. Work gives me income and responsibility.
So work makes you feel more confident.
Yes, when I can support myself, I feel stronger. Work also helps me grow. I learn new skills and understand myself better.
And what about the negative side of work?
Stress, deadlines, expectations, and pressure.
Can you explain that a little more?
Sometimes I feel tired, even before the day ends. Not only physically, but mentally.
Mental stress is very real.
Yes, sometimes work follows me home in my thoughts.
I understand that feeling. Do you think work-life balance is easy to achieve?
No, it's very difficult, especially when we care too much about our job.
Caring too much can be dangerous.
Yes, if work becomes our whole identity, we can lose ourselves.
That's a strong point.
Work is important, but it should not control our life.
How do you usually deal with work stress?
I try to rest and disconnect. Sometimes I remind myself that mistakes are part of learning.
Do you think society puts too much pressure on career success?
Yes, I think so. Many people believe success means money and status.
And that creates comparison.
Exactly. People compare their careers and feel behind.
That can be very unhealthy.
Yes, everyone has a different path and timeline.
What does success mean to you personally?
For me, success means stability and peace of mind, not just a high position.
I like that definition.
A job should support a good life, not destroy it.
After talking about work and stress, I think it's a good time to talk about free time. When life feels heavy, hobbies can be very important. So let me ask you, what do you usually do in your free time?
In my free time, I like doing simple things. I enjoy reading, listening to podcasts, and sometimes just sitting quietly.
That sounds very calm. Why do you like those activities?
Because they help me slow down. After a busy day, my mind needs rest. Hobbies help you relax mentally. They help me release stress. Hobbies remind me that life is not only about work. When I enjoy my hobbies, I feel more positive and patient.
How do you find balance between hobbies and responsibilities?
I set limits. I enjoy my hobbies after finishing my main tasks. It helps me enjoy hobbies without guilt.
Do you think everyone needs hobbies?
I think so. Even simple hobbies can help mental health.
Some people say they don't have time for hobbies.
That's understandable. Life can be very busy. We become tired, stressed, and unhappy.
If someone asks you, why are hobbies important in your life? What would you say?
I would say hobbies help me stay balanced and mentally healthy.
That's a very clear answer. We have talked about the past, family, work, and hobbies. Now let's talk about the future. The future is exciting, but also scary. How do you feel when you think about your future?
I feel mixed emotions. Sometimes I feel hopeful, but sometimes I feel afraid.
Why do you feel afraid?
Because the future is uncertain. I don't know if my plans will work.
That uncertainty can be stressful.
Yes, I often ask myself if I am making the right decisions.
Do you think people compare their future too much with others?
Yes, very often. Social media makes it worse. But life is not a race. Everyone has a different journey.
That's a beautiful message. That's a great way to end this conversation. Thanks and see you.